Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Gebo the Shaman, and today we are talking about what happens when we have Mercury placed in the fourth house, and the 12th house of your birth chart. So what happens when Mercury is in the 12th house in your birth chart? So for this one we need to know what Mercury means, and then we'll talk about what the fourth house means. Why do I always say that? Anyway, 12th house. So 12th house, and we'll talk about what the 12th house means, and then we'll put them together and create our own analysis from it. So let's jump into it. So before we get into all that good stuff, I'd just like to let you guys know that I am a Vedic astrologer. I do Vedic astrology readings professionally, so you can check out all my products, services, courses, everything that I have to offer right here at gebotheshaman.com. Alrighty. So, Mercury in the 12th house. So what is Mercury? Mercury is the planet of the intellect. It's a very fast-moving planet. It's the planet of the intellect. It represents our neurons in our brain firing and delivering messages and things like that. It's about our logical, intellectual brain, and not our heart mind, not our emotional brain. Okay, not our emotional centers. So this is the brain, the head, not the heart. So yeah, so it has to do with intellect. It has to do with using our intellect to do everyday things. And so that's what Mercury represents. It represents communication. Like we need our intellect to communicate, basically, because it takes that's what separates us from other animals, is our intellect. So other animals like monkeys or whatever, they can't communicate the nuanced things that we're trying to communicate. So yeah, anyway, so let's see. So then we have the 12th house. Now, what is the 12th house? The 12th house represents, the 12th house is the house of sleep. So if you go to sleep, that's your 12th house. It's the house of death. It is the house of leaving this physical, carnal world and going into the spiritual world. The afterlife, it represents psychics, mediums, things like that. It represents bed pleasures, things like that. So what do you do when you're in bed? You sleep and you have sex. That's what the 12th house is. It's giving your energy away. It is giving to others, giving your energy away. It is sacrifices that you make, things like that. And really about it could represent puja and ceremonies, rituals, mantra, although 5th house is more mantra, but 12th house would be like spiritual rituals and things like that. So the 12th house is all those things. The 12th house also represents foreign lands, foreign countries, foreign people, traveling and going on a pilgrimage halfway across the world, and really getting away from your homeland and going somewhere else. So anyway, so that's what the 12th house represents. Now Mercury, Mercury is a planet of the intellect and fast communication and things like that. So this is not like the best position for Mercury being in the 12th house. Here you will have a restless mind. Like your mind will try to go to sleep, but your mind will just keep going, keep thinking of random things. It might be hard for you to sleep. You might be an insomniac or something like that, especially if this placement is near the sun or like combusts the sun or something like that. If you have sun in the 12th house, that's not the best either. But yeah, I mean, it's just so it's going to be hard for you to sleep with this position. Although Mercury does bring the intellect to your to spirituality. So 12th house is your spirituality, your spiritual life. And so Mercury being here kind of gives that like an intellect, like a smarts behind it. Although, 12th house represents meditation, and Mercury is the intellect, so it can either give you a lot of knowledge, a lot of information, a lot of intellectual information about meditation and about spirituality and things like that. It can give you a lot of information about that. However, not all information that you get is useful. Not all information is useful. Like, I mean, so for example, if you learn about one specific form of meditation, and let's say you can't visualize anything, so that form of meditation that requires visualization isn't going to be helpful for you, right? Because you can't visualize. So let's say that for example, you have you're meditating, right? Well, your Mercury in the 12th house wants to analyze your meditation. It wants to find the best way to do that, the easiest way. It wants to find the shortcuts. It wants to learn why the brain is doing that. Learn why and how the brain goes into altered states and things like that. It wants to know why psychics and mediums and how they work the way they do and things like that. So there's an interest here, but it needs to be managed. Basically, you need to manage it. So when you're meditating, it's not helpful to think, oh, what areas of my brain are lighting up when I'm doing this meditation. No, you just need to be in the moment. So Mercury wants to pick things apart and analyze and compare and contrast and use the intellect to really absorb information about this stuff. But the meditative mind and the spiritual side of you just wants to relax into that just relax into it. So anyway, yeah, let's see. So, yeah, so that's pretty much, let me see how I am on time. So that's pretty much what Mercury in the 12th house represents. So guys, if you are interested in anything that I have to offer, you can see all my products, services, courses up here, all right here. And I am having a lot of sales going on right now. These sales are going to end. Can't tell you when. Probably I'll give it, I'll give it a few days for you guys to pick up on these sales, but they're going to end. So go head over to GeboTheShaman.com. You can check out all my products, courses, services, bundles, everything that I have to offer. GeboTheShaman.com. And so yeah, so then I have my Vedic Astrology certification course. So if you want to become a Vedic astrologer and learn how to do readings yourself, I walk you through step by step, A through Z, through everything that I do as a Vedic astrologer, and in my readings and stuff like that. So that way, you don't have to be a super astrologer to do that. You just follow the steps. That's as simple as it gets. So it's really easy to become an astrologer if you're interested in that. And not only that, when you pass my certification exam, I will give you your own website, so you can check that out. And not only that, when I give you the website, I'll go ahead and promote you on the channel, so you can start getting clients. Alright, so then we have the Vedic Astrology readings, Vedic Astrology readings. So I have my basic reading that I do for everybody, but I also have my readings where I specialize and go into your career, the specifics of your career, and your relationships. So I dive into those too. So you can check those out, GeboTheShaman.com. And then we have the Qigong courses. So the Qigong courses are great for building energy. That's Kundalini Yoga that you see me doing there. And that's great for the building up the Kundalini energy in your body. So these two courses are great for unifying the energy system. So the three types of energies that we have in our body are the Kundalini, which rises up the spine. We have the Qi, which is in our navel center. And then we have the Shi, or the Shen, which is basically the energy that's wrapped around and protecting our soul. And so, when we use all of these three energies in combination, it really propels our human evolution, and it helps it helps us grow spiritually, and it's just done incredible things for me. So check that out, definitely. And so then we have the birth time rectification. So that is basically, if you don't know your exact birth time, you can give me a time frame, and I will ask you some questions and come up with the exact minute of birth that you were born at. So only an expert astrologer can do that. That's why I charge so much for it. But, it's worth it. So then we have the career coaching and the life coaching. So career consultations, and So if you're one of those people who is just struggling in life with no aim or purpose in life, just wandering around, that is not a good idea. That is not good for you. So you need to be on your path and purpose, and you need to get your life in order. So that's what the career coaching is for, the life coaching is for, to basically help you discover what your path and purpose is and get your life in order. So that way you can become successful and, prosperous and live the life of your dreams. And then we have the ritual magic courses, so you can check those out, as well as the qigong courses. So yeah, that's all I have for today, and we will talk to you guys next time. Alright, and be sure to like this video, subscribe, and go check out my site, gebotheshaman.com. Alrighty, peace.